Hi there. Yogi here. Thought I'd do a live stream today. I'm currently in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. And I just grabbed myself a whenever I'm in my car, it's habit. I bring a cooler bag and I put sodas in it. So I have a Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar that I'm going to crack open right now. And the reason I'm up here in Fond du Lac, at a quick trip nonetheless, is because I'm flyering for the Appleton Haunted History and Mystery Tour. So, while we do some flyering, I thought, hey, let's come on to, let's do a YouTube Live. It's been a while. So, I hope everybody's doing all right. I could be doing better, but, you know, it is what it is. I have cervical radiculopathy, and there's sirens. Where are the sirens coming from? Oh, there we go. Ambulance. We have our first ambulance sighting. I don't know if Love's has. I don't know if Love's has message boards to put stuff on. So I'm gonna try doing Love's, flyer and Love's. Anyways, like I said, I'm flying for the Appleton Haunted History and Mystery Tour. I hope everybody's doing well. I'm doing, it was a rough couple days anxiety-wise. I am feeling a little sore when you have big, massive dumps of, oh, I better get out of the way here. Oh no, there it is. Okay. So anyways, I'm driving around Fond du Lac, Oshkosh area, and I got to do some flyering. So I figured, hey, I might as well take you folks with me and spend some time with you, because I ain't got nothing going on. I'm not, well, I'm flying, but still, what is going on? Another siren. Okay, so we're at Love's right now. So let's flip this camera around. So we're going to go inside. And I have to see if they have a community board where I could put this up. So, got a flyer. I got a push pin. Let's go inside, shall we? This will be fun. Turn my car off, that would help. All right, well, let's go. See if they got a flyer. Hi there. Do you have a community board where I can hang something up or no?
You can. It's back there. No.
Oh, I see it now.
Yeah.
No one goes back there? I'll put one up anyway. Thank you. All right. You know what? Let's actually see. That's where the employees go. Let's see if they got something by the restrooms here. No, they don't. That's a bummer. Ooh. They got horror shirts here. Friday the 13th. Five Nights at Freddy's. Scream. Halloween? Huh. I'm sorry, somebody's swearing back there. I hope you can't hear him. Huh. I don't see any of my size though. It takes two to make a thing go right. Maybe the employees might be interested, huh? There it is. Isn't it beautiful? All right. Loves in Fond du Lac has been flyered. Whether anybody will see it, I don't know. All right. So, I'm sorry, folks. I gotta plug this cord back in so my battery still charges. So we got Loves done. Loves in Fond du Lac has been flyered. And we're just gonna, like I said, hit the hit Fond du Lac and Oshkosh, and I thought I'd bring you along with me. It's a road trip. It's technically a road trip, so if anybody's got any questions, if you would like to send a super chat, I will answer those, prioritize those first. Is this the only, am I going in through the outdoor or out through the indoor? I don't know where I'm going. Hi, whoever that is, I can't tell. I'm sorry, I can't tell who sent that. It went away right away. But hello, how are you doing today? I'm just kind of winging it as to where to go to flyer, mostly gas stations. But again, I'm flyering for the Appleton Haunted History and Mystery Tour that we do every year. I hope everybody's doing all right so far today. It's 10 o'clock Central Time where I am in Wisconsin. Somebody is sending me messages and they're disappearing. Where are they going? Hold on a second. I gotta see if I can bring them back up. I really apologize for that. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. No, not pinned to live stream. I'm trying to read here. I seen the video. You went to Berlin, Wisconsin. I live there. Yeah, it's a cool little town. It's a really cool town. I went up there for a long time ago. Our paranormal group, Paranormal Investigation and Research Society, we went to the tannery and did an investigation at the Berlin Tannery. Man, this is probably 12 years ago, something like that. The cops here are the worst. Actually, if you want to get pulled over somewhere, the cops in Jackson, Wisconsin are pretty bad. And Rosendale. Rosendale is nationally known as being a speed trap hell. They will bust you in Rosendale really, really quick. For anybody who's just come on, how's it going? Yogi here. I am in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. What I am doing today is I am flyering for the Haunted History and Mystery Tour. That's this thing right here, these little flyers. I'm putting them up. They got the QR codes on them. The tour started Friday and Saturday of last week. And we are, just got to get some promotion done. We don't have a huge budget. We don't do radio. We did radio one year, a couple of years ago. It's too expensive. And on the ghost tours, you're not making tens of thousands of dollars. So, I mean, we only run these things, 2 months out of the year. So, I mean, a great goal would be to be able to buy a bus and do them all year long if people want to come on them and be in the comfort of a warm bus and drive around, and that would be cool. But as of right now, we just we don't have the funds to do any of that kind of stuff. It's a small business. It's a small business. There's Highway 41 to the right, my other right. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm flyering for the tours. I don't know if I should talk about this or not. I'm flyering for the tours, but I don't know what my status is with the tours. I don't know when you run a tour, I run the tours with my sister. She's been on the channel, Chuckles. And, ooh, is that abandoned? Ooh, let's swing around and check out this abandoned house, shall we? There's the Fond du Lac County Airport, serving all your commuter needs. We're going to turn around. I think that was a abandoned house. You know, I saw a couple months ago a police chase video where the guy was actually driving at the airport here on the runways trying to evade the police. That guy had some cojones, man, let me tell you. All right, so back here looked like an abandoned house, I think. Bear with me, folks. This is live and national. Yeah, this house up here on the right, this looks abandoned. Yeah, I'm supposed to be flying. I don't know. There's some cars in the driveway. I don't know. Does that look up here? Let me turn the camera around here. Let me turn the camera around. Does that look abandoned to you folks? It looks pretty freaking abandoned to me. I don't know. Can I zoom in? That looks totally abandoned to me. But there's cars on the property, and you know, I just don't feel like being chased today. I don't usually go into abandoned places by myself, but let's take the camera out here. Sorry. Yeah, there it is right there. Oh yeah, there ain't nobody living there. Heck no. That's too bad. I don't know if I could live near a freeway. It's just too loud. There we go. Little bonus as I drive along. A little bonus abandoned stuff. Look at that shed over there. Oh, there's an old BMW there. Huh. All right. Well, that's in Fond du Lac, folks, right by the airport if you ever want to check it out. I got flyering to do. But if we find some cool stuff to film, I will stop. We will stop. Because I'm all about the abandoned. I love me some abandoned. Anybody got any plans for the Halloween season? If you're in the Appleton area, check out the Appleton Haunted History and Mystery Tours. It's a 2-hour. Well, it really depends on how many people come on the tour, the pace of the tour, and how talkative the people are, if they have a lot of questions. We've had tours that have run almost 3 hours. 2.5, 3 hours. So if you're looking to do something fun this Halloween season, we started Houdini Plaza in Appleton, Wisconsin. It's on the corners of College and Appleton Avenues. And come on up, say hi. So there's a couple of Quick Trips here. This is interesting because they just built a Quick Trip on the right on Highway 23 here, and now they still have the old Quick Trip on the other side of the freeway. So I have 2 Quick Trips to hit that are across the freeway from each other. I assumed they were going to close that Quick Trip down when they opened up the new one, but you know, they didn't, and they're still both pretty busy. There is a Spirit Halloween here. I did. If you saw my last video that I just uploaded on, I think it was Friday, I went to the Spirit Halloween in West Bend, which I think is probably one of the smallest ones in the country. They don't have the animatronics. They don't have the subway scene that's in the bigger stores. So maybe I could stop quick if they're open, do like a live walkthrough of the Spirit of Halloween, or Spirit Halloween. So here's the next Quick Trip coming up here that we're going to flyer. Again, I hope everybody's doing all right. I've had some I suffer from anxiety, so the last couple of days have been hard for me. And yesterday was my stress jug was full, let's just say. I'm sick today. Oh, that's a bummer. Ugh, yeah, I feel ya. Actually, I've been pretty lucky as far as getting sick lately. So I hope you get better soon. The messages come so quick that I can't see what the name is. Let me see if I can bring it back up. Ugly something. I don't have my reading glasses on. I can't read it, but I see it. So thanks for commenting. I appreciate it. Oh, Berlin. Yeah, it's a really cool little town. I did an episode on, I don't know if you saw the episode of, I think you said you saw the episode on Berlin. Yeah, neat little downtown area. The tannery I've always been fascinated with because of, the hauntings supposedly, but I've talked to other groups and they say it's not haunted, and it's like, yeah, whatever, I don't care. It's just going in there and checking it out and seeing how it is, just to be able to go inside of it is kind of cool. So we're gonna stop at this Quick Trip here, and I think I'm gonna do, boy, that truck is in, like, get off my tail, man. All right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna head into Quick Trip quick. I'm gonna leave my phone going here. I'm not gonna bring it in with me because I'm just gonna be in and out. Oh, I did hit on the Powerball today. I don't know if there was a winner. It was almost like $2 billion, but I won $8. So I hit on the Powerball today, and I won $50 on a scratch off yesterday. So that's good. All right, give me uno momento, por favor. I'm going to go hang this flyer, and I will be right back. You didn't get anything? Did you buy a ticket? I'll be right back. They're playing Word Up by Cameo in the store. Word Up. Oh, that's funny. All right. Third store gas station flyered for the day. All right. This is a real pain in the butt store to get out of, but we're going to try. All right, for anybody who just tuned in, I'm in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. I am flyering for the Appleton Haunted History Mystery Tour. Excuse me. And like I says, this is a pain in the neck to try to get through this intersection here. I might have to be stuck in extra light. Oh, why did you have to go there? I suppose I should put my directional on so I can, so they know where I'm going. I don't know where I'm going, but I sure know where I've been. So, hey, I'm gonna make it. I didn't think I would. Yay. We gotta find that Spirit Halloween. I think it's down there by the, Walmart. That's where it usually is. But I gotta cross the bridge here on 41 and do the new Quick Trip. I remember when they used to have Fazoli's over there. Now it's a car wash. And the mall is pretty much nothing. The mall is pretty much gone. Yeah, that mall. I think I went in there one time and they tore most of that down for more big box stores. All right, the other Quick Trip. Here we are. You're gonna be seeing lots of Quick Trips today, folks. If you're not familiar with Quick Trips, they're kind of like a QT Quick Trip down south or a racetrack. They're kind of everywhere in Wisconsin. I think it's Wisconsin, Minnesota, Iowa, but in Minnesota they're called like Quick Star, and even maybe the western part of Wisconsin they're called Quick Star. I'm not sure. And there's a lady staring at me. Should I stare back at her? Oh my gosh, I wish I could have filmed her. She's staring at me. Do you know me? Maybe you watch my videos. I don't know. Would you like my autograph? All right, once again, folks, I'm just going to run in quick. I'm not going to bring you with me. Not this time. Maybe next time. All right, hold on. I'll be right back. I see that somebody won the Powerball. It's back down to 20 million. Probably somebody in California or New York, somebody who doesn't need the money. Hopefully whoever won does need the money. And I don't know if it was multiple winners. I just saw it was 20 million, so somebody won the Powerball, but it wasn't me. But I did win $8. I won $8 on Powerball. How do you get out of here? Oh, you gotta go way over here? Okay, that makes sense. Alrighty. If anybody's just tuned in, hello, how you doing? I'm in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. I am flyering for the Appleton Haunted History and Mystery Tour. And I figured, hey, I might as well just go online. We did find a cool abandoned house just about 10 minutes ago. And if I see anything cool, we'll stop and film it, because I pretty much got all day. As far as episodes coming out, if anybody's interested in episodes, what? I miss going to Quick Trip. The QT Quick Trip, yeah. I used to love their cookies, man. Their M&M cookies. Oh, those were so good. So good. I used to do Halloween Express stores. I used to help my friend Randy out and his wife Heather. They ran a bunch of Halloween Express stores down in the Atlanta area. And I went down there in 2013, 2014, and 2016 and ran stores for them. And yeah, I love doing the Quick Trips. Racetracks were okay too, but I like Quick Trip better. Because I love those cookies. I was like, ooh. Fortunately, there's no racetracks up here. We're supposed to be, I don't know what's going on, but we were supposed to get a Buc-ee's up here over by DeForest, over by Madison. And apparently they're running into issues with the state, and I don't know. I've heard there's going to be one in Oak Creek, which is south of Milwaukee. There's going to be a Buc-ee's down there. But the DeForest one, I don't know what's going on. That thing should have been open by now already, or pretty close to it. But I think that there's an issue with like the interchanges and stuff. And whether or not they're even going to build out there, I don't know. I don't know, which is, I think is a shame because the revenue that place generates, you'd be a fool not to have it. You'd be a fool not to have a Buc-ee's in your state, because that place, I've been to like 7 or 8 of them, and they're always, for the most part, I think one time I went to the Crossville, Tennessee one, but it was dark, it was later, and it wasn't that busy. But other than that, those Buc-ee's are always just crazy busy, at least during the day. Okay, I'm kind of driving over here, seeing if the is the Spirit Halloween over here. I don't see it here this year. Where would it be? Okay, unless I'm completely missing it, where would Spirit Halloween? I'm gonna have to look that up, because I thought it would be over here, but I'm not seeing it at all. Nope. All right, well, I guess we'll have to, well, I can't pull over because I can't look at my phone because I'm doing the live right now, so I can't stop and check. But I got a couple more quick trips to hit here in Fond du Lac, so 2 of them that I know of. I'm just kind of going by from referencing from last year. I might miss one, but I know where the other ones are. Then I'm heading up to Oshkosh. Crazy thing happened last week. I was Labor Day. It was actually Labor Day. I was heading out to do some flyering. I wanted to get up here, start in like Oshkosh, Omro area, and do some flyering. And I go outside, and my car has a flat tire. I'm like, are you kidding me? So my wife's like, well, why don't you take my car? I'm like, okay, fine. So I take her car, I drive all the way up to Omro, which is by Oshkosh. It's like 5-6 miles west of Oshkosh. And just, I should have thought of this earlier, and I didn't, and I don't know why, but I was like, why don't you call Fleet Farm and see if they're open today? Because at first I was like, there's no way these places are going to be open today. Why would they be open? It's Labor Day. There's no way the tire center is going to be open on Labor Day. So I get all the way up here. So I'm like 35, 40 miles away. I get up here, and I tell my wife, I said, can you do me a favor? Because I'm like, I was like, can you call Quick Trip and see if they have, or a Quick Trip. I'm staring at a Quick Trip, that's why I said that. Can you call Fleet Farm and see if they're open today and if they have any availability to patch my tire? She calls me up, and this is like 10 o'clock in the morning. She calls me back. She says, yeah, they're actually open today, and they can fit you in at either 11 or noon. I told them noon because you're up there. And I'm like, all right. So I went all the way up there. I flyered the two Quick Trips in Omro, and then I drove all the way back because I was like, I got to get my tire fixed, because if I was going to try to get my tire fixed on Tuesday, it was going to be just a mess. So I ended up getting my tire fixed on Labor Day. I came all the way back down after flying 2 stores. So I'm out today doing it now. So I'm at the next, and I got a flyer this one. So I'll be right. You know what? I'll take you in with me in case you've never seen a Quick Trip before. They all look the same, but in case you've never seen one, we'll go in together. It's a date. Let's go. All right, just gotta lock my door. Ooh, I think I just got the zoom in. Hold on. Time out. What did I do here? Is that the zoom? I thought I zoomed it in. All right. Here we are. Music, 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 music. Don't hit me with a copyright strike. Don't hit me with a copyright strike. Don't hit me with a copyright strike. No, 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 no. All right, here we go. There it is. Yay. I'm sorry I have to do that, but I don't want to get hit with a copyright strike, so la 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 la. Actually, I don't care. Yeah, I don't care. Unfortunately, YouTube's gotten very I don't even think it's YouTube. The record companies. I don't know if anybody's familiar with Rick Beato. Rick Beato is a gentleman who does music interviews. He's got a pretty popular channel, a couple million subscribers. He's been battling the Universal Music Group there for copyrights on everything he does, which isn't fair because there's something called fair use, which means you're supposed to be able, you're supposed to be able to use somebody's, as long as you're not playing the whole song, you should be able to use little clips here and there, like 5-10 seconds. And he's getting hit with copyright strikes constantly. So it's nice to see some people, a lot of people actually coming to his defense. And there's a lot of channels that it's happening to. There's a gentleman from the band The Darkness, Justin Hawkins. I'm a fan of The Darkness. I like their music. He has been having issues too. I mean, you should be, these record companies, they just don't get it. It's like, these people are trying to keep the music alive and keep generating income that you guys need, the record companies, because I'm thinking this, the record companies, do I like Metallica or Mudvayne? Metallica is one of my favorite bands. I prefer the older Metallica as opposed to the newer Metallica. I've seen them a bunch of times. I saw them one time at Alpine Valley opening up for Ozzy Osbourne. Third row center on Cliff Burton's side. And this was like 3 months before Cliff Burton died. So it was like 1986, I think. I saw Metallica then. I saw Metallica in 88 on the Damaged Justice tour. I'm trying to think who opened up. Queensryche opened up. And I saw, I saw them in 91 when the Black Album came out. And then I saw them in like 94. They came to Summerfest as part of the Summer Sanitarium tour. They came with Danzig and Suicidal Tendencies. And that's the last time I saw Metallica. I haven't seen them since 1994. So it's been a while. But yeah, one of my favorite bands. I'm a big fan of the earlier stuff, Master of Puppets, Ride the Lightning. Even the Black Album. A lot of people give the Black Album, they call them sellouts for the Black Album. It's like, you can't please everybody. They were basically just maturing, They were just getting older and they were still in their 20s. But look, I don't fault them for putting out the Black Album. That Black Album's made them what they are today. I mean, they're filling stadiums 40 years later. So yeah, I'm a big fan of Cliff Burton as well. I was very sad when I saw that I actually still have the newspaper clipping in a scrapbook of when he passed away. He was only 24 years old. They were on tour in Switzerland, or Sweden, or Switzerland. Somewhere in Europe, they were on tour, and the driver lost control of the bus, and it crashed, and the tour bus they were in. And apparently Cliff was thrown out of the window, and the bus landed on top of him, and yeah, great musical talent there, lost way too young. Just like Randy Rhoads, lost way too young over something that never should have happened. So yeah, other than I love music. I've been in bands. I'm a drummer. I play drums. let's put it this way. I have a probably $3,000 or $4,000 drum set downstairs in my basement that I don't play. I haven't, I think I've played them once in the last 6 months because of my cervical radiculopathy and my issues with my neck and my upper back. But before that, I was in a bunch of bands, played for like 30 years in bands. And I do miss it, but I just kind of lost the passion for it. And I'm debating to this day whether I want to sell my drums or keep them or what, because I don't know what I want to do. I don't know if I want to hold on to them. If I might as well let somebody else who's going to at least play them do something with them until I, oh, that's not where I want to go. I want to go this way. Oh my goodness. Thank goodness there was no traffic there. Kids, don't do that at home. I knew there was a Quick Trip here, but I was kind of like aiming for the next one already. But I think after this one and the other one that I'm going to hit, there's downtown Fond du Lac. You can't see it, but it's straight ahead. Right there. So anyways, yeah, I have this really nice drum set. It's called it's a Tama Star Classic. And I play Zildjian A custom cymbals. And it's just sitting in my basement collecting dust because I don't play them, which is a bummer. But again, I don't, with my issues with my, maybe I should, maybe that would help my cervical radiculopathy. I don't know. I'm just going to run in and do this one real quick. I'm not going to bring you in. So be patient, everybody. Whoever comes on here, just know that I'm coming back. Back. I tried to open my car door. I almost pulled my arm off. I locked my car door, so I, gave a nice hard tug thinking it was open. Yeah, it's not open, you closed it. You locked it, you goofball. All right, Quick Trip down. Gas in Fond du Lac, $2.99 a gallon. You want to go take a look through downtown Fond du Lac? We could drive by the haunted Retlaw Hotel. Fellow YouTuber, Wisconsin YouTuber and friend, Maverick Hayes did an episode on the Retlaw Hotel. I hung out with Maverick. He had a meet and greet in January up at the Dells. Hung out with him, did an episode. It was fun. It was fun. It would be nice to hook up with him again. See that tall building on the left? That's the Retlaw Hotel in Fond du Lac. It's supposed to be haunted. It's called the Retlaw. It's the name Walter spelled backwards. And the gentleman who first owned the property, Walter Schroeder, that's why it's called the Retlaw. Because it's Walter spelled backwards. But that's it right there on the left, that tall building here. Looks pretty nice. It's called the Hotel Retlaw now. But we're turning because we need to go to the other Quick Trip. So for those of you who don't know about downtown Fond du Lac, this is what it looks like. Beautiful downtown Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. What do we got for temperature? 59. I'll tell you what, I'll be thankful when it's cold enough where those mosquitoes are gone. Man, those mosquitoes are crazy. Somebody said, "Hey Yogi," the message disappeared already. Hello back to you, whoever sent that. I apologize. They don't keep these comments up very long, and the fact that I'm driving, I don't want to get too distracted, so don't be offended if I miss your hello or question. I'm just, I don't want to be too distracted driving. Yeah. So, Fond du Lac. We'll be out of Fond du Lac shortly. Just got, I think, one more quick trip to hit. And there's lots of other gas stations to hit here if I wanted to, but I don't know if they have community boards. I don't know if they're as busy as Quick Trips. That building is cool. Wow, I've never noticed that building before. Should we swing back around and check that building out? Yes? Okay. Let's swing back around and check that building out. I never came down this road before, so I never noticed that building. Here's the Temple Beth Israel. All right, so on the right here, we're going to show you this kind of cool old building. Let me get to the... There's no cars behind me, so I can slow it down. That's kind of a cool little Victorian style being there. But this building coming up right here, as I passed it, I'm like, whoa, that's pretty cool. It's got a chain link fence around it. God blessing. What is that? Posted keep out. Oh, I guess it's abandoned. What? That's 2 abandoned today. Very cool. There's cars coming, so I'm going to have to turn. But oh my gosh, that is cool. What? What was this? A hospital? A church? It's got a cross above the door there. Huh. Anybody watch it from Fond du Lac? What is that? All right. Back in the saddle you go. That's kind of cool, huh? You know what that would make? I say it all the time. A good haunted house. A good haunted attraction. So we have to get back to Maine. All right. No parking, no parking, no parking, no parking. Okay, and okay. I was going to start talking about episodes. What do I have coming up? Boy, oh boy, I don't even know. It's been so long since I've got like 3 or 4 episodes ready to go right now. I'm currently working on an Ed Gein episode in the Butcher of Plainfield, Wisconsin for the Halloween season. The Octagon House. Oh yeah, I know where the Octagon House is. Since I'm stuck here, let's see. The Octagon House is a neat destination in Fond du Lac. Oh, it's Hank the Frank. Hey, Hank the Frank, thanks for letting me know about or comment Waldo episode. I appreciate that. Yeah, the Octagon House is pretty cool. If I have time, we could drive by it. Yeah, I don't think we can go in it, but we could drive by it. But yeah, it's pretty cool. But thanks, Hank the Frank, for commenting on Waldo. That's a cool little area. I've driven by there so many times, but I never really stopped to check it out. And to check that area out was just, that one abandoned house in the middle of the residential neighborhood was just weird to me. You got all these cool looking houses, and now all of a sudden, boom, there's this old abandoned house in the middle of this nice neighborhood. And that was weird. But yeah, Waldo's a nice little area. I like it. So, yeah, as far as episodes go, I'm working on an Ed Gein episode. I know a lot of YouTubers have done Ed Gein episodes. But, I'm going to put my little spin on the Ed Gein episode. So, that'll be coming out during the Halloween season. I don't know if anybody watched the Spirit Halloween episode I put up a couple of days ago. If you like the new intro for this year, I kind of thought it would be kind of cool. I see an LOL. Waldo is, oh boy. Let me see here real quick. Waldo is cool, but, oh, come on, YouTube. What are you doing? Tagging me in products? No. I'm trying to read here. Waldo is cool but weird. I don't know. I'd probably like to live in Waldo more than I'd like to live in West Bend right now. West Bend is just becoming too populated. It's got a lot of amenities, but Waldo, I mean, you're pretty close to Plymouth, and if you need to get stuff, you don't have really that far to go. But yeah, Waldo's, it's pretty cool. I like it. I don't live there, so you know better than I do, Hank DeFrank. You know better than I do. So we're coming up to the eastern side of Fond du Lac. And yeah, I think this is going to be the last quick trip I have to hit here. For anybody who's just tuned in, I'm flyering for the Appleton Haunted History and Mystery Tour. They started last Friday and Saturday. Yesterday and Friday, they started. The tour started. I was not up there for those 2 days. I was. I stepped back from the tours a little bit. I don't do them as often as I used to. I don't do them every single week. Because I'm driving all week long. When my sister and I first started the tours in 2019, I had a different job. I wasn't Ubering and backyard. What? Is that barbecue? I'm sorry, I got distracted. So anyways, I had a different job when we started the tours in 2019. I didn't have anxiety. I didn't get that until June or July of 2020. And things just kind of changed. I had to drive. Now that I'm working a job doing Ubering and DoorDashing, where I'm constantly in my car driving all day, every day, it just became it became too much to me, because every Friday and Saturday then I'd have to drive 60 miles up to Appleton and 60 miles back. So that's 120 miles to do the tours, which again, I have no problem doing the tours. I like doing the tours. I love doing the tours. I love hanging out with my sister. But it just became too much. And then I started my YouTube channel, and I kind of missed doing Halloweenish stuff during the Halloween season. So last year I actually first said I was going to be done and not do the tours anymore, and that hurt her feelings, and it's understandable. But then I decided, I backtracked, and I said, hey, look, I'll do the tours, but I just want to take a couple weeks off during the season and just be able to do some Halloween stuff. And when you run a business with your sister, it's not like running a business with people you don't know. It can get to be, if you don't see eye to eye, it becomes, what's the best way to describe that? Well, your siblings. So you decide to start going at each other. We kind of had a little battle on Friday about something, and I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I have every intention on being up there next Friday. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to head in real quick and flyer this quick trip, and then we're going to head towards Oshkosh and hopefully find some more stuff along the way. I'm going to keep you guys in the car. I'll be right back. Yay! Another flyer done. Oh, so far, if you're just tuning in, I'm flyering for the Appleton Haunted History Mystery Tour. In Fond du Lac right now, we will be heading up to Oshkosh momentarily. And we saw early in the stream, we saw a couple abandoned houses that we stopped by. This is weird. I only can go one way. Oh, I gotta swing around. Okay. La da da dee. Let's do this. I don't know where they have a Spirit Halloween here in Fond du Lac. I was told by an employee at the one I was filming at the other day that they have one up here, but I didn't see it. Unless it's on Johnson Street somewhere that I missed it. But I did not see a Spirit Halloween. Oshkosh usually has one. Maybe I could stop up there. So getting back to the tours, you know, when you do a tour with a sibling and you have two different personalities clashing, mine and hers, you kind of, especially when you're siblings, you kind of go after each other. And that's kind of what we did on Friday. So then I was pretty irritated, and I put a post up on on YouTube saying that I was no longer involved in the Haunted History Mystery Tours, and I was kind of like, well, that's kind of jumping the gun. That's very reactionary. Don't do that. So I took it down. As of right now, we're not talking, but hopefully we will be by Friday, because like I said, I'm planning on being up there unless I hear otherwise. I'm planning on being up there to do the tours, and I'm still doing my part. I'm flyering and I'm promoting, but I love my sister. She's the only sibling I have left on my side of the family. Everybody else is gone. So, when you have two different personalities and two different lifestyles, they're going to clash. And they clashed on Friday. And it was over something about the tours. And it's just, she's got a lot going on right now. And I'm trying to be very supportive and understanding. But, I got stuff going on too. I have health issues. I have anxiety, I have cervical radiculopathy, it's unfortunate, but so, we kind of, I don't know if you want to say had a falling out, but had a difference of opinions on something, and I just at first I was kind of like, I'm done. But that would be pretty crappy to just stop doing them. So again, I'm reactionary, and that's something I try to work on every single day. I'm just one of those people who should take a deep breath and think things through a little bit before I react. But it's something I work on every day. I used to just let so many things get to me, and to this point, to this day, I still do. It's now that I have anxiety, I've got to take those things and put them on the back burner, or just take a deep breath and not. Because it's not helping how I feel. It's not helping my anxious state. Today I feel terrible, honestly. Anxious wise, I woke up and I felt like I was playing football. Like I played a football game. I was just sore everywhere. And that's from that stress jug building up and just overflowing and releasing the cortisol and the adrenaline, and your muscles tighten and tense up, and when you have a panic attack. And the last 2 days have not been good for me. But being off today, I chose to, they call them do it anyways. You can either sit at home and feel bad about yourself and, oh, woe's me, I have anxiety and I don't feel good today. But so I'm just going to sit home and wallow in my self-pity. And I'm not trying to knock anybody else who has anxiety. I have it. I know what it's like. But I'm choosing, at least I'm choosing to live my life and get out there and do it anyway. I could have very easily just stayed home today, sat on the couch, watched TV, edited, did this, did that. But I'm like, man, I got flyering to do. I don't want to do it tomorrow. I want to get it done today. Tomorrow might be a filming day. I have episodes ahead. It might not be a filming day. It probably will be. I brought my DJI Osmo 3 just in case I want to film today. But, you know, you could choose to let anxiety get the best of you, or you can choose to live your life. And there's days like today where I don't feel like being out here at all. I just feel really crappy, and I'm just being honest with you folks. I don't feel like being out here flying, but it's got to be done, and I'm gonna do it. So you got to get your mind to start thinking that these things aren't a threat anymore. That it's okay to go out in your car and drive around, and it's not easy. If you folks have, if any of you have anxiety, you know. Again, I'm not trying to bring you down or make it sound like I'm better than you or anything like that. I'm not. I'm just, there's a different way I'm choosing to handle it. I'm choosing to go through the battle and face it. And are there days like today? Oh yeah, there's lots of days like today. But I'm forging ahead and I'm doing it anyway. So, and if you have anxiety, there's 2 podcasts that I listen to: The Anxious Truth with Drew and Salata, and Disordered with Drew and Salata and Joshua Fletcher, that have helped me and my journey with having anxiety. So I'm looking around here, and I'm on Johnson Street, and I'm looking to see if there is a Spirit Halloween over here somewhere. Oh, you know what? I should have went to the Octagon House. Sorry, Hank the Frank. I forgot all about it until now. Well, they have an Ollie's Good Stuff cheap here. Huh. Okay. So this is, yeah, I'm not seeing a Spirit Halloween anywhere around here, and I can't think of anywhere else it would be besides this area or where I drove earlier by the Walmart. So I don't think they have one here. Maybe in this strip mall with the pick and save. I don't know. I'm trying to stay focused here and not look around too much. But we got Planet Fitness, Joanne Fabrics. I don't see a Spirit Halloween sign there. And I don't see a Spirit Halloween sign anywhere over here. Alright, so I'm assuming that she didn't really know that there was a Spirit Halloween, that there wasn't a Spirit Halloween here, that she thought there was. Back to the freeway. Oh, you know what? I missed the freeway. I turned early. Alright, well anyway, here's the old Forest Mall in Fond du Lac that no longer exists. We're going to head up to Oshkosh now, hopefully find some interesting things to film besides the quick trips. I'm going to make this my longest live stream yet. Yeah, I don't know where there's a Spirit Halloween here. It used to be in this little shopping area on the other side of the freeway, but it's not. Anybody have any suggestions? I'm in Wisconsin. If you're in Wisconsin, any suggestions for things for me to go out and film? Comment below. I'd like to get out and do farther things. Oh, I can't go on the freeway here. I'd like to do things go farther and take farther road trips I haven't been able to. At least not this year. Boy, these four-way stops, it's like you stop first, you go first. That's how this works. Four-way stops are a mess. Roundabouts too. Roundabouts, nobody yields, man. They just go flying. They just go flying through roundabouts. It's funny. Sorry, but personally, I want to live another day, so I drive a little slower. I actually, when lights turn green now, I actually wait a couple seconds because I have noticed more and more in West Bend, where I live, Wisconsin, people blowing through red lights. And it never really used to be like that. Hank Frank said something. I saw it pop up. The Payne Arts Center, yeah, in Oshkosh. That's supposed to be haunted too. I've never been there. I should do an episode there. Payne Arts Center. Thanks for the heads up, Hank the Frank. I know it's there. I know it's been there for a long time. The Grand Opera House, that's kind of cool. I'd like to check that out someday. I did episodes a long time ago. I think my first year, 2020, of the EAA Museum. I did a couple, like a 2 or 3 part series on the EAA Museum. That was during COVID and everything. That was crazy. Please do the Little Kohler trip. Little Kohler trip? I filmed Little Kohler. Well, I didn't, there's really not much to stop for in Little Kohler. I did go drive through it though, and I did talk about the was it a concentration camp they had? I think it was, actually. They had like a concentration camp in Little Kohler where they held German prisoners of war. Yeah, I did that one. There's really not a whole lot to stop and film in Little Kohler. It's just kind of a drive-through. I don't even know if I could get demographics or notable people. I'll have to look. I'll have to look and see if I can find more stuff on Little Kohler, but it's such a small area. I mean, I pretty much hit that. I've hit Wabeka, Fredonia, a lot of places around where I live, up to like about 100-mile radius. I've pretty much done a lot of those places. I just got to get farther out. And when I'm anxiety is making it makes it hard for you to want to do those things by yourself because you always fear something's going to happen. The farther you drive, your brain's telling you, oh, you might not want to go that far today. But I'm working on it. I'm driving farther and farther away by myself. And one of the big goals I have, and it sounds really weird to anybody who's like, what? You can't drive to a place and stay overnight in a hotel, but that's something I have a huge issue with. Being by myself, not having that safe person or somebody to quote unquote save you. But I've done it. I mean, I drove up to Appleton last year and I stayed overnight in a hotel. And I've done it. I just got to do more of it. But unfortunately, it's kind of like a double-edged sword for me. I don't know how long I want to be away from my family. I do have the luxury of if I want to go somewhere, I can just drive somewhere and then work DoorDash or Uber in that area and still make money and then go film, take a day or two off and film. So if I wanted to go a couple states away or a state away or something and do that, and I'd still be making money because I could still Uber in that particular area or DoorDash and make money. But it's just telling that little nut-sized amygdala in your brain that it's safe to do. because your brain's always when you have anxiety, folks. For those of you who don't have it, your brain's always telling you the worst case scenario. Don't do this; it's going to kill you. Don't do this; you're going to go to the hospital. Don't do this. Every little ache and pain is, oh, you might want to go to the hospital, get that checked out. Oh, you might, and that's what I have to deal with daily. So it's a struggle. I just saw something pop up. I apologize. Who is that? I can't read it. Just looking at just feeling a little homesick right now. Are you from Wisconsin? I'm assuming you are. Yeah, this is heading up between Oshkosh and Fond du Lac. I left Fond du Lac and I'm heading up to Oshkosh now. And I'm sorry if I'm making you feel homesick. I don't mean to. Where do you live now? I didn't catch your name, so I apologize for that, but I did see the they pop up quick and then they leave quick, and then I gotta hit a button on my phone while I'm driving. Trying not to be too distracted. Yeah, it's, I don't, you know, I've lived in Wisconsin my whole life, and for the most part, North Carolina. I have not been to North Carolina, Miss Margaret. I think that's what it said. It just disappeared. Actually, I have. I've only driven through North Carolina, going from Lexington, Kentucky, down to Savannah, Georgia. I've driven through the Blue Ridge Mountain, or not the Blue Ridge. Wait, are those the Blue Ridge? I'm getting confused. I think it's wait. Anyways, that mountain range, I drove through that area, went through the tunnels and stuff. I was only briefly, I think, in North Carolina, real briefly. I actually flew out of Atlanta to Charlotte on a connection. When I was leaving doing the Halloween Express stuff one year, I was helping my friend in Atlanta, and I flew out of Hartsfield-Jackson, went to Charlotte, and then flew from Charlotte to Milwaukee, to Mitchell. And that connector flight was like a puddle jumper. It was such a small plane, and I wasn't as big as I am now, but I was a big guy then. And being in that seat, oh my gosh, that plane was like sardines. Oh, it was. You were packed in there like a sardine. Yeah, Blue Ridge Mountains. Thank you. Beautiful area. I've been to Tennessee. I've done the Gatlinburg, been to the Smoky Mountains, stayed in Crossville a couple times, did Nashville, stayed in Columbia. My wife and I went down there and stayed in Columbia because we were actually looking at one point of relocating. You know, we've been in Wisconsin our whole lives, and we just wanted to do something different. And our kids are older now. And we actually went down to Columbia, Tennessee. But we never pulled the trigger. Just I kind of tire of the cold. I see we're live now again for a second. Just get tired of the cold and the snow. If we didn't have the cold and the snow, and it wasn't that bad last year, winter-wise, but I just don't. There's a neat little farm right over here on this side, on the right side. I wouldn't mind. You know, what I can do, I just get overwhelmed. It sounds crazy, but I do. I filmed the Milwaukee Public Museum, but I know there's so much other stuff to see. I could do a tour at Miller Park. I'm sorry, American Family Field. It'll always be Miller Park to me, home of the Brewers. I could do a Lambeau Field tour. I could go to Bay Beach Park in Green Bay. I just got to get myself. It's not that I don't want to go to these places. It's just an anxiety issue of getting myself to go to these places. And it sounds crazy, and I hate to keep bringing up the anxiety issue, folks, but it's what I deal with. You know, it's what I deal with trying to do this YouTube channel and doing the road trips. It's a little more difficult, a little bit. We're actually coming up to the EAA, Experimental Aircraft Association area, in a couple of miles, about 2 or 3 miles. There's unfortunately, I take Sunday and Monday off too, and museums, a lot of them aren't open on Mondays. I don't know why they don't open on Mondays, but I could basically take any day off I want because I have the freedom to do that with the job that I have. It's just, again, it's anxiety. It's I call it the little effer, and it is. It's a little effort. It's a pain. It's a pain in the butt. I keep trudging along though. I keep doing what I have to do. Tailgate at the game? Is there a Packer game today? I don't know. I'm not that far from Green Bay. I'm only about 50 miles from Green Bay right now. Let's go up to Green Bay. Let's go check out a Packer game. No, not today. That house looked abandoned. I can't pull off the freeway. I can't just turn off the freeway. And here's Yogi going through a grassy area before hitting a telephone pole. Rest in peace, Yogi. On the right over here is that place where they resell, what's it called? Oshkosh Equipment Sales. They resell Army equipment. Love to drive down the road in one of those vehicles. I can't believe it's September already. This year has gone by really, really quick. Seems like years go by quicker the older you get. That's my opinion. Anyway. Alright. We're getting into Oshkosh territory now. I'm going to take a quick drink break. Have a sip of my Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar. Another thing I was recently introduced to. Let me turn the camera around. Oh, camera. There we go. Built Puffs. We've had Built Bars before in the past, but they have this thing called Built Puffs at Walmart. It's a, kind of an alternative to eating something junky. It's got like protein bar, Built Bar. But these are called Built Puffs, and they kind of taste like marshmallow, the texture of like marshmallow, but not soft marshmallow, not gooey marshmallow, but firm marshmallow. But these are really, really good. The salted caramel is pretty good. The milk, the cookies and cream one is really, really good. They're kind of expensive. You get 4 of them for like $8, but they're pretty cool. Pretty good. They taste really, really good. Oh, we're at the EAA. Let's turn this around again. I did see a comment. How did I get muted? Can you hear me now? Somehow I got muted. I don't know how that happened. If you can hear me now, let me know, please. Thank you very, very much. Oh, boy. So what I was saying, I don't know how that happened. I don't know how that happened. I really don't. Ooh, it's getting warm. Ooh. All right, so quick trips in Oshkosh. Oshkosh is a bigger area than Fond du Lac, which means a lot of quick trips spread out, which means I got to figure out where they are again, because it's been about a year since I dropped them off last time. Yeah, I don't know. So anyways, I don't know if we can find interesting in Oshkosh. Oh, I know. If we go downtown, there's an older section of downtown that's pretty cool. Looks really, really old. 20th Street. I know there's a quick trip out here. I just don't remember which. You know, usually I have my phone on. I'd have my Google Maps on, going from place to place. But I'm talking to you guys, so I'm winging it today. Oshkosh Gymnastics Center, that's not there anymore. I'm actually heading west right now, out of Oshkosh, but I know there's a quick trip out here. I just gotta find where it is. If anybody's wondering what I'm doing, that's new, that's just come on within the last, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes or so. I'm flyering for the Appleton Haunted History and Mystery Tour. I'm flyering in Oshkosh and Fond du Lac today. The tour started yesterday, and Friday night was the first two tours of the season. I don't know how they went. I was not up there. But I'm hoping some people showed up. It's kind of hard to get people to show up earlier. Everybody wants to go on these in October. And we were actually running a coupon, $5 off, if you book a tour for September. And it went all right. So we'll be seeing people in September, but it's more closer to October, and then October is when things really start to heat up, because, you know, everybody wants to do that kind of thing. Right now, they're not really interested in the Halloween stuff. I mean, there's tons of Halloween stuff going on. I mean, there's Halloween stores popping up now, and a lot of the Halloween attractions will be starting up. A lot of farms got their stuff going on. Yeah, I should do a farm. There's a really cool farm down in Colgate, which is just west of Menominee Falls. It's called Bossy's, and they got a huge corn maze and a bunch of structures on the, but that place gets busy. Not making that an excuse not to go. I just got to remember to go. Because I forget to, I got to write these things down. That's my problem. I don't write them down. But I like to do, my thing is usually the small towns, hitting smaller towns, checking out their downtown areas, see if there's anything cool, demographics, if there's any notable people. You know, there's some really cool areas I've visited. I mean, recently I visited a place called Van Dyne. Really cool little area between Oshkosh and Fond du Lac, closer to the western side of Lake Winnebago. But unfortunately, you know, I asked to film inside the country store, and they were not friendly, and they told me to leave. So I just don't, that's fine. That's the first time I've really gotten, I've had people say no before, but they were not as rude, and yeah, it was weird. It was really, really weird getting the response I got, because I walked in there being all happy and joyful, like, hey, my name's Yogi, I have a YouTube channel, is it okay if I film in your store? And They're like, no, we don't want you filming in our store. Please leave. I'm like, what? I was kind of shocked. I was like, really? I'm like, okay. I might have bought, so I was going to buy something, you know, but okay. Maybe they just felt defensive. Maybe they're having a bad day. Maybe I look like a criminal. I don't know. I don't know. Hank the Frank, maybe. What? I saw something about Van Dyne. Dun 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 dun. Yogi is an outlaw in Van Dyne. Yeah, I might as well be. My gosh. Yeah, I was not expecting that response. I really wasn't. And again, the lady could have handled it a totally different way and just said, I'd appreciate it if you didn't film in my store, but it was just defensive and just rude. And I was just like, gosh, I hope you don't treat all the people who stop through here that way, because you're not going to last long as a business. But again, I don't. Businesses, like I said, I do DoorDash and I do Uber. That's my living right now. And you'd be shocked if you don't get out and go to these restaurants, especially fast food places. You would be how the customer service level has dropped. And I'm not trying to pick on fast food industry, but it's just an observation from me, because I've seen it firsthand. Places just don't have the work ethic that they used to, and to me, it's concerning. Honestly, I think it's concerning, because where do we go from there? You know, I don't know. Again, this channel isn't political. It's not going to be political. I'm just wondering about the youth of this country and how they, I don't know. If we were to have a war, would they be ready to go, like, to sign up and fight? And, you know, if we were like attacked like we were in 1941 or even 2001, you know, a lot of people forgot about that. I think I don't know if they even teach that in schools, the September 11th attacks. I really don't. You know, that was 25 years ago, 24 years ago this year. Actually, gosh, 24 years, what, in 3 days, 4 days? Will be the anniversary of that. And I'll never forget that, because it was just crazy to watch that happen on TV. And wow, you know. And as a country, we came together for a little while. But now, 24 years later, our country couldn't be any more torn apart than it is right now. It's just become one group of people wants our country to be one thing, and one group of people wants our country to be another thing, and it's kind of fearful and frustrating, and makes you just kind of wonder what the future holds for our country. When I first came to Charlotte, I was hired because I came from the north. I need to go back and watch that episode. It came out last week, 2 weeks ago. It's not that far. I mean, the Van Dyne episode is new. It's like one of the last 3 episodes I had put up. But it was surprising. I drove by it and I was like, oh, that's a cool looking place. And then I drove by it again and it was open. And the outside had a bunch of stuff on it, so it's not like they weren't asking, you know, attracting attention or anything. They wanted you to, you know, stop in there. Yeah, of it, and I'm laughing at some of the stuff they have on the outside, and I go in there and I come out and I'm just like totally blown away at how I was treated in there. And I was like, man, I really hope they don't treat all strangers from the, not from Van. I don't know. Maybe I just caught them in an off moment, and I'm just wandering now. I don't even know where I am. I'm outside of Oshkosh. I'm looking for a Quick Trip. Is there a Quick Trip in the middle of this cornfield? No, I don't see one. I think it's time to harvest the corn, guys. Let's see. I guess we'll head back into Oshkosh because I don't remember where that one was out here. But again, I got plenty of time today to burn, so I can just keep going. Keep going. How are we doing on time here? This may be the longest live stream I've done. Usually my live streams aren't that long. But I figured I'm flyering. Let's see if anybody's out there who wants to chit-chat. Got nothing going on. Want to spend a little time driving around Wisconsin. Let's get a better picture. We don't need to see all my car. Ugh. Come on. There we go. Come on. There we go. A little bit better. A little bit. Actually, let's point more towards the middle of the road. There we go. Kinda. So yeah, I'm just basically flying, folks. Wally's oh, I know where I am now. I'm on 21. I think this is 21. Yeah. If I was to go that way, the other way, I'd be going to Omro. So yeah, there's a couple quick trips up here. There's some cool abandon that I filmed that's in a couple episodes that'll be coming up, because I actually came this way to do the Almond, Plainfield, and then the Ed Gein episode. So there's a separate Plainfield episode where we go to Plainfield and just do a small town demographics, notable people, and then there's a separate Ed Gein episode that I will be putting up as well. Yeah, I know where I am. This is 21. This is going into Oshkosh now. So I have an Almond episode coming out. I have the Ed Gein episode coming out. Boy, oh boy, what else do I have? There's a couple that I filmed a couple months. Like I said, when I do videos, I can't do them like a Daily Woo or a Carpetbagger or Tampa J. I can't do them and put them up the next day. I'll run out of videos. So I film videos ahead of time. So a lot of these videos that you guys see are from weeks or a month ago. So I have to do that because I don't have the freedom of just getting in my car and going wherever. I have to film as much as I can on my days off, and then make the episodes, and then upload them, and then try to stay ahead so I don't catch up and all of a sudden, oh, I don't have any episodes. Okay, well, so I do have like 3 or 4 episodes ready to go. I'm still working on the Ed Gein one. And then I have some other episodes that I filmed stuff that I haven't even edited yet. So I got some stuff coming up. But yeah, the stuff that I film you guys don't see the next day. It's usually a couple weeks, a month, possibly even longer than that, depending on how much I have ahead of time. I used to upload videos 3 days a week, like every 3 days. But I just kind of got worn out doing that. It just became too much. And I needed to step back and tone it down just a little bit. So I do one a week, and then I do an episode for members a week. And sometimes I'll throw something up like I did with the Spirit Halloween one. Sometimes I'll just throw one out there and not even mention anything, or just unscheduled, just to give people, something to watch. Why? I just saw a question. I'll be at a Quick Trip in a second, and I can answer your questions. Coming up to the next Quick Trip. Come on. I'm at a roundabout. This is a really odd configuration too here. I'll tell you who has the smallest and the most frustrating parking lots. Starbucks. Man, trying to get out of a Starbucks sometimes, depending on how busy it is, good luck. All right, let me check my questions real quick. And I gotta pop in here and grab a flyer. All right, what do we got here? Put my glasses back so I can read. Don't get old, folks. You got glasses. Why is that birdsong work ethic? I don't understand the question. Let me look again. Why is that birdsong work ethic? Good question. I don't know. I don't. Actually, I think it's a combination of things. I think it's. I think parenting or lack thereof might have a whole lot to do with that. People feeling more entitled, more. I don't know. People feeling like they don't have to earn a paycheck now. They just show up for work and that's it. I don't know. I really don't. It used to drive me mad when I got down here, the work ethic. It's, and I'm not trying to beat people up. I'm just saying from my standpoint of being a person who picks up orders all the time, as a job, you go into those places, and I can tell you right now, DoorDash orders are not a priority. There can be, you walk in, I'll give you a perfect example, a Qdoba. I'll walk into Qdoba, I'll tell them I'm here to pick up an order, and I will sit there and stand there, and I will watch customer after customer walk in after I have told them I'm here to pick up a order. And I will watch those customers go through the line, get their stuff made, and leave. Or go sit down and eat. And then when the line stops, if the line stops, then they'll finally get to doing the DoorDash order. Well, they're your customers too, I don't think they appreciate waiting an hour for their food, but that happens sometimes. It's frustrating because I don't get paid by the hour. I get paid by the delivery. And I don't get paid more to sit and wait 15, 20 minutes for an order because they're just not interested in getting your order done. So I'll cancel an order or unassign it after 10 minutes because you can unassign an order after a long wait. And I usually do. And I hate to do that to the customer I'm dropping off to, but again, I don't get paid to wait. DoorDash doesn't pay me any more to wait. And I'm about making money, just like anybody else is, I'm here to make money, and that's the bottom line. So I will wait. I will wait 10 minutes, and then I move on, and I go do something. I go to the next order, and hopefully don't have to wait there. But it happens, and it happens frequently. I got to go hang this up. Jim Gaffigan has a bit. Oh boy. Let me see what that says. I love me some Jim Gaffigan. I haven't really followed him or watched anything as of lately of his. Jim Gaffigan has a bit in his comedy routine saying that Southern people, hold on, it disappeared. Stop disappearing on me. I remember that bit. Yeah, it could be. I doubt it, but it could be. All right, I'm just going to head in and flyer this real quick, folks. I'll be right back. Hello. Did anybody watch the channel Manitowoc Minute or Charlie Barron's? I think about him when I do quick trips. All right, so I just saw another message pop up. Why am I keep putting my glasses back? Chocolate gravy? What? Hold on. Gotta put my glasses on. Maybe I'm reading that wrong. Chocolate gravy. Yep, Charlie Barron's. Yeah, he's pretty funny. He did a special that's on YouTube from the Riverside Theater in Milwaukee. That's pretty funny. I do have to say that I have had biscuits and chocolate gravy. The Birdsong Cottage, where? Where did you have chocolate gravy and biscuits? That's making me want some Cracker Barrel right now. I love biscuits and gravy. Okay, getting out of the quick trip. This might be another hour and a half itself. Well, let's see here. What is gas here at this house? Probably the same as the other one. All right, one less. I can't talk now. One more quick trip in the books on my flyering extravaganza. I should have did like a flyering telethon. You guys could donate. Donate to the Flyer Fund. The donation telethon. Do they still have the? I don't know. I don't recall seeing like a Labor Day telethon anymore. I don't know if that stopped when Jerry Lewis passed away or what the deal is, but if anybody knows if there's a Labor Day telethon, let me know. Yes or no, because I don't think there is. All right, this is going to be fun. I don't know how many quick trips I have left, actually. Couple? 3, 4, 5? I don't know. I hope you guys are having fun. Birdsong Hank to Frank seem to be having a good time together. I see something popped up. I'm sorry, folks. I'll have to, when I stop again, I'll have to take a look. I think there may be another quick trip on the other side of 41 here. We will find out. My goal is to try to hit every single one. I'm pretty much by the causeway, the Lake Budamore Causeway. So I'm on the north end of Oshkosh, if you're familiar with the area, as we speak, and they love their roundabouts here. This kind of reminds me of Jackson, Wisconsin. They love their roundabouts. There's like 6 of them. Actually, Richfield by the Cabela's. My gosh. It's like roundabout heaven. If you love roundabouts, there's like 5 or 6 of them in a row. The problem is nobody stops anymore. Nobody yields. Everybody just plows through them. It's like playing Frogger. If you play the video game Frogger, good luck. What do we got here? Popeyes? No way. Ooh, Popeyes. It can happen? What? It can happen to you. I saw something. I don't know. I can't read it because I'm not. Max. Anybody eat at Max? Macaroni and cheese shop? I ate there once. It was okay. So we're trying to find another quick trip on this side of town. Again, I'm flying blind because I'm using my phone for the live. I have no idea where they are. Or just don't remember. It's a big area. Gas here, $2.91 as well. So I'm guessing all of Oshkosh is around the same price. It's funny because you can go to like West Bend and it's like $3.09, and then you go like 2 miles south of West Bend and it's $2.99. It's like, what? How's that possible? now we're going over, is this Fox River? I think so. Yes, it is. The beautiful Fox River. Here, let's take a look at the beautiful Fox River, everybody. Boats going out. You can almost see the Fox River through the railing. Sorry. That failed miserably, by the way. I was really hoping to show you a nice picture. Ooh, this is an interesting building. Supple Restaurant Group. Looks like an old bank. Again, folks, I see the comments. I'm sorry. I'll respond to them as soon as I can. If you're even talking to me, you guys could just be chatting up a storm with each other, and I wouldn't even know. Okay, I got to yield on New York. It's up to you. Now I'm kind of just flying blind. I know there's a quick trip around here off of 76. New York's familiar because I think it runs into 76 here in Oshkosh at some point. So let's just take a nice little neighborhood tour of Oshkosh, shall we? We're right by downtown. Oshkosh has some pretty cool. Oh, that's a cool building. What is that? Is this part of the? What is that? A church? Yes, it is. United Methodist. Neat building. We got some cool buildings here in Oshkosh. We're right by downtown. I think we're right by the college too. Oh boy. For anybody who's just tuned in, hello. I am in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. I'm flyering for the Appleton Haunted and History and Mystery Tour. The Appleton Haunted History and Mystery Tour. And I'm just looking for quick trips to flyer in. We do quick trips because they're very busy as opposed to like other gas stations. Kind of a I don't know what's the word I'm looking for. I don't even know. Okay, I know where I am now. We're coming up to 76. Okay, I know where this quick trip is now. For anybody who wants to get in their car and follow me, I'm on Wisconsin to New York, in Oshkosh. Hop in your car, Hank the Frank. You're only, what, 45 miles away? And here's where I'm turning, Jackson Street. Because there's a quick trip a couple miles or a mile down the road. Stingray. Nice. Yeah, there must be a Packer game today. Like I said, I don't really watch the Packers. I don't follow football or baseball or basketball as much as I used to. But I see people driving around with their jerseys on, so I'm pretty sure there's a Packer game today. It is September, and it is today, so there's a Packer game. Whether they're not Lambeau or not, I don't know. I don't even know what their record is, unless this is the first week. I have no idea. I don't know if they've lost a game or won a game. I don't know. I used to follow them religiously, and now I don't anymore. I see a bunch of stuff popping up for questions again. Or comments. I will get to them as soon as I stop my car, which will be shortly because we're coming up to a quick trip. All right, you folks in Wisconsin, who has the better pizza, Quick Trip or Casey's? I say Casey's. I think Casey's has much better pizza than Quick Trip does. S289 here. You could save 2 cents if you want to drive up to wherever I am. My person, they looked like they were going to keep going this way, and then they stopped and started going the other way. And there's an old McDonald's. Look at that. It's got the old McDonald's sign on the left here. Very nice. Too bad their burgers aren't still 5 cents. All right, we're at the next Quick Trip. I hope you're enjoying this Quick Trip flyering extravaganza. And if you're bored to death, I'm sorry. Or am I? And this guy is standing with a sign, probably saying he needs food. I don't know, folks. How do you feel about people who stand there with signs saying they need food, or homeless, or are they really? I don't know. I struggle with that, because part of me wants to help them out, but part of me says that they're not being honest, and that they're actually, I don't know, scamming you. I don't know. I kind of fight with that. All right, I'm going to head into this Quick Trip real quick. It'll be they don't call it Quick Trip for nothing. Let me get the comments real quick. I'm using the word quick a lot. Never had Casey's Pizza. Quick Trips aren't bad. Oh, Casey's is good. I like Casey's better than Quick Trip. It's the first game, and yes, they are playing in Lambeau. Who are they playing? I don't know. Oshkosh, my gosh. Is Exclusive Company still there? I'm pretty sure they are out of business now. I think all the exclusive companies are out of business. I know the one that they had here in Oshkosh is downtown by the convention center, but honestly, I don't know if there's any exclusive companies left. The one in West Bend is no longer called that. It's called The Beat Goes On. They still sell records and vinyl, and they still have the same setup and stuff, but it's called The Beat Goes On. So it's nice that they were able to keep it going. But as far as say it with me, the exclusive company, I think they're gone. I think they're pretty much done. So give me a second. I'm going to run in here. Again, I would take you folks in there, but they're blasting the music in these, and I just don't want to get hit with a copyright strike. I probably will for the first one I took in. I don't want to get busted again, so I'll be right back. I almost passed my car. What is going on? All right, another Quick Trip down. I don't know how many that leaves, but one more closer to being done for the day. How many flyers do I have left? 4, 5, 6. I started with 20. I have 6. Again, for anybody who's tuned in just now, I am in Oshkosh, Wisconsin as of right now, and I am flyering for the Appleton Haunted History Mystery Tour. There's Family Dollar. Yeah, I struggle with that, with people who have those signs, because I don't know if they're genuinely homeless and genuinely need help, need food or whatnot, or if they're just, I hate to use the word scammers, but I don't know what other word to use. You know, are they going to actually use it for food, or are they going to use it for a bottle of booze? Are they going to use it for a quick fix? Are they going to use it for, you know, something to struggle? At least I struggle with, because when I see them, I want to help them. But I just, oh, are you kidding me? I'm going to be stuck here for an hour. Oh, that's not a Casey's anymore. That's gone. What? That used to be a Casey's across the street. Now it's gone. Huh. It's a Circle K. Wow. Or wait a minute. Yeah, that's a Circle K now. All right. That used to be a Casey's. Was that it right here? No, that was a auto parts store right there. But right here where the Circle K is, this used to be Casey's. Oh, what the heck. Now I got to go out to, there's another one out on Jackson Street by the freeway. So this one's about 3 or 4 miles down the road. Circle K. Not very familiar with Circle K. I think I've eaten at 1 or 2 in Florida. I'm trying to think of it. Circle K that had those Jamaican, what were those called? Kind of like a pasty, but it had like Jamaican filling in it. It was pretty good. I can't remember what they're called though. So anyways, I hope everybody's doing okay. Don't mind me, I'm just yammering and flying. I was going to stop and check comments and I totally forgot to do that. So we're kind of heading out of Oshkosh, going northwest, I think, on Jackson Street, which is also 76. But I'm pretty sure there is a quick trip on the other side of 41 up here. And that's as far north as I go. I do see the comments. I will make sure to stop and check to get to the next quick trip. That's a beautiful day up here. Beautiful day. Temperature 64 degrees. If it could stay like this all year, I'd consider staying in Wisconsin. I'm tired of the cold and the snow. Mosquitoes up here. Holy cow. Mosquitoes up here are horrible because we had so much rain for a while. And those mosquitoes are just... And they look bigger than they've ever been before, like they mutated or something. Mutated mosquitoes. They're not just out for your blood, they're out for your bone marrow and everything else now. That's an abandoned house right there. Might have to check that out on the way back. Because this is as far north as I'm going to go, this one over here by the freeway. And then I got to come back in and hit the rest of the city. In the city. I don't know, should I hit these BP and Mobile? I just don't know if they have community boards. Quick Trip's kind of a sure thing. You know there's community boards in Quick Trips. Some of these community boards are really kept well and clean, and some of them are just a... And these people, man, they're putting up humongous posters, and it's like there's nowhere to put anything. I mean, kind of be considerate. You don't need to put a full poster size up for your event. I mean, other people want to use the community board too. So I just plaster mine right over the top of theirs, because it's like, if you're going to take that much room and hog most of the community board, All right, I'll fight fire with fire. Fight fire with fire. Are you folks falls of fan? Are you folks fan of fall or not? Do you enjoy fall? Are you indifferent when it comes to fall? Could you care less? Are you one of those people who loves putting up Halloween decorations and going to Halloween events, haunted houses and stuff? I am. Drug Abuse Correctional Center. Well, I don't have to go there. Sunnyview Expo Center. They used to have a big, it was called the Sunnyview Mental Health Complex there. Really cool looking old building that they ended up tearing down, and now it's the Sunnyview. It's kind of the fairgrounds. I learned about that back in my Winnebago episode, which is actually week's members only episode, or last week's members only. I don't know, this week's or last week's. I talk about that because Winnebago's got the huge Mendota Health Complex, or not Mendota, or maybe it is Mendota, or Winnebago County Health Complex there. It's neat learning about all this stuff too, you know, when you go to these small towns, learning about stuff you never learned about before. That's why I like going to the small towns and just seeing how the rest of Wisconsin lives. So yeah, there's a quick trip right there, and then we will be heading back. Have I hit the 2-hour mark already? I have hit the 2-hour mark on this live stream. This is definitely the longest live stream I've done. You know, actually, it might be time to just stop. Stop the live stream. I'll check the rest of the comments here. I'll probably call it quits then. 2 hours is long enough. I don't want to make this too boring. More boring than it already has been. Oh, get out of the way so I can park. And this person took up 2 spots. I really... I do not understand why people park and take up 2 spots or park right up along the lines in their 75-foot long trucks. I don't understand. All right, I'm gonna go back in. Oh, comments. Let's check the comments. I promised I would. All right, what do we got here? Put the glasses on so I can see. It's called the Herd. Oh, you're talking about the basketball team in Oshkosh? Yeah, I know they have concerts and stuff at that arena up there. I've never been there though. That's why I moved to Charlotte. The snow and the cold, but after living here in summertime, I want to move back to Wisconsin. Yeah, the minor league team, the Herd. Yeah, I would check that out. Do you ever stop at love stations? I stopped at the one in Oshkosh and at the beginning of my stream and put up a flyer there. I've given multiple times. I figure God has blessed me, so I need to use my money to bless someone else. I have too. It's just something I really struggle with. I try to do the best I can. You know, I help people. You know, do the little things. Like I was at Quick Trip the other day, and there was this black lady who was in a motorized, you know, cart, and she was having a little bit of an issue getting something out of a freezer. And so I stopped, didn't hesitate, didn't think, well, just because that person has a different skin color, I shouldn't help them. So I stopped and I asked her, I said, do you need a hand? Do you want me to get something for you? And she's like, no, I got it. Thank you very much. And I went on my way, you know. And there was another African-American gentleman who was coming into a Quick Trip, and he had a bunch of stuff in his hands and was trying to get a door open. I'm like, okay, I'll, you know, not think twice about it. So I opened the door, held the door open for him. He's like, thank you. I'm like, thank you, man. I appreciate, you know, we all bleed the same. There shouldn't be, you shouldn't look at somebody differently because of their skin color. It just, it's frustrating to me. It really is. But I just saw another comment pop up. Down here we have minor league MLS. The Campolis. I always put my glasses down, and then another comment pops up. Leave your glasses on. Down here we have Major League Soccer, the Kannapolis Intimidators, named after Earl Dale Earnhardt. Oh yeah, that was another sad, tragic thing. I was actually watching that race, the Daytona 500, when that happened, and I was like, man, I hope he's okay, because he went into that turn full bore, and it turned out not to be the case. Dale Earnhardt, great race car driver. So many good race car drivers. Oh, MLB. Oh, really? It's a baseball team? Okay. I don't know if there's minor league soccer teams. I'm assuming there are. I don't know. All right, I'm going to head in and flyer this one, and then probably, I don't know, we'll see. As long as people keep commenting and talking, I'll keep it going. All right, I'll be right back, folks. Hello again, hello. There's a cozy amount of college. I see stuff popping up. Let me take a look quick. Watch that race too. Yeah, as soon as I can't remember what driver it was that went up to the car and then started waving like, get over here, get over here. Yeah, I broke down too. I was like, oh my God, I hope he's okay. You know, there's a crazy amount of college, amateur, and minor league teams in Wisconsin. There is. I actually went to a Timber Rattlers game at the Fox City Stadium before I started my channel. That's another place I should go check out. You know, there's so many places to check out in Wisconsin, and I just, for whatever reason, they just don't click in my mind to go to, you know? I mean, that's definitely another place where I can go and do a episode of, you know, hey, check out this cool little stadium we have in Appleton or anywhere else in Wisconsin. There are other teams. Yeah, Kenosha used to have a minor league team for a while. I can't remember which one, or maybe not even a minor league. Maybe it was more of an amateur league team. But I know Kenosha used to have one. Even in where I live in West Bend, they got that little stadium at Regner Park where, you know, they have like high school games and All right, I'm feeling a little peckish, so it's time for some delicious Brock's candy corn. Yeah, Brock's candy corn. I can't eat any other kind of candy corn except Brock's. Brock's tastes good. The other brands to me just taste like sugar. Sugar and nothing else. So I try not to even bother. I'll just eat Brock's. You know, I don't know if do they still have Brock's Pick-a-Mix in stores? You know, they used to have those bins where they had all the different kinds of Brock's candies where you'd pick them out and they were like 5 cents a piece or something like that. I wonder if Brock's still does that. I used to love getting those caramels, those different flavored caramels that they had, the Pick-a-Mix. I don't know if they do that anymore in stores. I never see them. This is a very long light for an on-ramp or an off-ramp. Whee! I'm gonna see if I can pull into a driveway next to where that abandoned house was coming up here. Check that out. And there's the beautiful Oshkosh landfill. What are they up to as far as 66,816? And getting bigger. I really should have picked something up at Quick Trip to eat. I got to eat some more substantial than Brock's candy corn. All I had for breakfast so far, all I had today was a bowl of cereal this morning. That was it. I do have my Built bar, my Built Puff bar, that I think was sitting in the sun too long and now it melted. I might have to stop and get something to eat quick. What cereal? Malt-O-Meal Fruity Dino Bites. In my opinion, the Malt-O-Meal cereals kick the other cereals patoots as far as flavor and taste. I like the Malt-O-Meal cereals. And you get more for your money with them. And they just taste better. Their Fruity Dino Bites and Cocoa Dino Bites taste, in my opinion, 100 times better than Fruity Pebbles or Cocoa Pebbles. Sometimes I'll have oatmeal, sometimes eggs. But this morning, I had cereal. It's a cereal that Malt-O-Meal makes. They're usually in the same aisle. They're in the cereal aisle. They don't come, well, they do come in boxes, but usually they're in these big bags. Different size bags that you can get. They're in the cereal aisle, usually by the big bags of cereal. They tend to give you tend to get much more. Here's that abandoned house right here. You tend to get much more, and for the money, in my opinion. And yeah, we can actually pull in. There's actually garbage cans here. No way. There ain't nobody living here. Heck no. If there is, I'll just swing around and say, whoops, I need to make a U-turn. I don't know. This does not look lived into me. I don't know. Comment below. What do you think? Does this house look lived into you? It doesn't to me. There's no shades on the windows. There's nothing. And then there's a garage here. Ooh, I better be careful. I might get stuck. Hold on. We got the garage right over here. Sorry with the sun reflection. I'm gonna try to do a circle here. So I'll put this in this window here. And again, I hope I don't get stuck. There's the garage. 3-car garage. Ooh, I might get stuck. Yeah, that'll be a bummer. And then here's the back of the house. Yeah, this definitely is not. This is abandoned. It's such a bummer seeing these houses sitting empty. Knowing that, you know, people's livelihoods were in that house. Memories were made in that house, and now it's just sitting. So that's, I think, our third abandon of the day. Heading back into Oshkosh again. You know what, folks? I appreciate it, but I think I'm going to end the stream because I got to stop and get something to eat, and then finish the rest of my flyering. I got a couple more quick trips to hit, but we're at the like 2.5 hour mark, and that's pretty long in my opinion. So what I'm going to do is end this stream. I thank you very, very much, everybody who's commented. Thank you, Hank the Frank. Thank you, the Birdsong. Oh, geez, I'm trying to remember what it was. Birdsong Queen? I apologize. Thanks, folks. I appreciate you stopping by and hanging out with me today and commenting. I had fun doing this. Maybe I'll do this again sometime when I'm driving up to do the tour or something. Just pop on here and say hey, see how you're all doing. Like, comment, subscribe, please. Likes are important. The YouTube algorithms live by the like. So if you could like this, I would appreciate it. Until the next video, which will be tomorrow, actually. I don't remember what's coming up for tomorrow. I really don't. Yeah, I think it's a small town episode. But until tomorrow's episode, or until the next live stream, which could be, I don't know, whenever. This is Yogi, folks. Take care of yourselves. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. Thanks again for stopping by. I appreciate you. Take care, and we will see you soon. Bye-bye.